How to shoplift. Step 1. Enter an establishment.
Attention Walmart.
Step 2. Find the item or items you'd like to take. Make sure you're only stealing less than $950 worth of items. Step 3. Get out of the store immediately. And that's how you shop.
Stop! You're under arrest for shoplifting! You have the right to remain silent!
But...
Did you hear about the new proposition they just passed? I think it was called, Prop 36.
Wait, what's going on with shoplifting?
Prop 36.
Prop 36.
Prop 36. Proposition 36.
When Prop 36 goes into effect today, Californians overwhelmingly approved it in November as an answer to the rise in crime that some attributed to the passage of Prop 47 10 years ago.
So what is Prop 36? To talk about it, we need to talk about Prop 47. Introduced in 2014, Proposition 47 changed some theft and drug crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. For example, shoplifting and drug possession generally became misdemeanors, and a shoplifting limit of items worth up to $950 from a store was introduced. Now, Prop 36 makes shoplifting a felony if a person has 2 or more past convictions from certain theft crimes, such as shoplifting, burglary, and carjacking. The sentence would be up to 3 years in county jail or state prison. These changes undo some of the punishment reductions from Proposition 47. Prop 36 was heavily funded by big chain stores like Walmart and Target. So what am I trying to figure out here? I want to know why people shoplift, what damage is there to stores or even the thieves themselves. How has Prop 36 changed all of this? Why did California vote this way? Is there any ethical form of shoplifting? Who's really losing money from shoplifting? Is it employees, local business owners, communities, or big shareholders and CEOs? You know, those types of questions. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. I gotta get to the root of what's happening with shoplifting in California. And where better to start than in my own school? Let's go. Hi, can I ask, what are your thoughts on Proposition 36?
Can you explain it to me?
So Prop 36, basically, in the last election in California, it was a proposition that, we're specifically talking about shoplifting, but it's about theft or drug-related crimes. It got rid of the $950 limit on shoplifting, and it also made it a felony if you have like 2 or more past convictions.
Ooh, I think it's a good thing. People that ride it over here, they be stealing a lot, so they need to stop it. Stop stealing, guys.
I completely agree with the Prop 36, and the reason for that is because I think it's just letting people steal out of stores without punishing them sets like a dangerous precedent for like stepping up to like other more dangerous crimes.
What are your thoughts on shoplifting in general?
Well, obviously it's bad, but I don't think that it should constitute like felony worth of jail time.
I think it really depends on the item. Like there's some items that are necessary but tend to be super expensive. But at some level it is morally incorrect and you should pay for what you buy.
It should be banned. Shoplifting should be banned. It shouldn't happen because everybody should have the right to purchase with their own money.
Everyone's done it at least once. Right? Yeah, it's like, okay. It's not like, if it's like small.
And what way did you vote on Prop 36 in the election?
I am not allowed to vote. I am 16. I'm a minor.
I can't vote yet.
I don't know what Prop 36 is, so no.
No, but I informed my parents.
No. I was 16.
I feel like I voted no.
Well, clearly my peers don't know anything about Prop 36, so it looks like I'm gonna have to reach out to the experts. Your average American. And by the average American, I mean upper middle class San Diegans, who are not representative of the entire US population.
This is also crazy because there was just like shoplifting at Lululemon like 2 weeks ago.
Really? Do you know anything about Prop 36?
I do not know.
No.
I don't.
No, what's Prop 36, please?
So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I'm definitely anti-shoplifting. You know, being a mom, I've always taught my kids to earn what they, to earn what they pay for, right?
I agree with that. I think it should be one offense should be a felony, depending on the age, obviously.
Oh my gosh! So you're saying that if someone shoplifted like under $500, that $950, then they wouldn't be charged?
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. I think they should be charged either way.
Sure. Well, I think if you're giving people 3 chances at shoplifting and they're still shoplifting, then perhaps the penalty should go up, and I think that's the point of the proposition. I voted for Prop 36.
I think it's a bit harsh. I think it has to be case by case. What are the motivations for someone shoplifting? You know, I think as a mother too, I'm really sensitive to the fact that not all mothers have the means to have what they need. So we need to have more empathy for those kind of situations. Obviously, it's a crime, right, to shoplift, but does it need to be that harsh of a penalty? I don't think that it does.
I live in La Jolla, and I see it happening at Ralph's and Whole Foods. They have security. Doesn't really make a difference.
You know, I think it's an addiction for some people. I think it's the thrill of taking stuff.
Do you think there's any justified form of shoplifting?
No, definitely not.
No, although I feel bad for some people who are shoplifting because they are shoplifting for maybe food that they can't afford or some kind of desperate situation. I think that probably pulls at my heartstrings.
Maybe, yeah.
How drastic do you think the effect of shoplifting is on the community?
I think it makes a difference because then I think your prices are going to go up at the stores.
It has an effect, especially on stores like that rely upon that revenue to pay their people. So I think it has downstream impacts that maybe people didn't expect.
Lots of merchants and lots of businesses operate on very short margins or small margins. Shoplifting can definitely have an effect on the small merchant.
I want to say, okay, it's like a lot of times young kids doing petty theft, kind of rebelling. But again, sometimes it's, when it comes to shoplifting, I'm not talking about like robbery, but shoplifting, sometimes I really do believe that it's people who are in need. And so we need to reassess why people are shoplifting to begin with, those kind of individuals. So maybe it's a bigger root to the problem.
Knowing what the voters think isn't enough. I need to go deeper. That's why I'm going to interview chain store managers about how their stores have been affected by shoplifting.
Hey, this message for Daisy. This is Troy at Rite Aid. You called asking about information based on shrink for a project that you're having. Unfortunately, we're not able to give out any information on that particular matter. I do apologize for that, and I wish you the best on your project. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Well, we didn't get any interviews from stores like we planned, but there is one more option. The United States government. Let's see what they have to say about shoplifting. Well, it's not like anyone trusts the government anyway. It would have been nice to get some interviews from big businesses or government officials, but at the end of the day, the only opinion you should truly care about is your own. It's not my place to tell you what to think about shoplifting. I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert on shoplifting, because I'm not. I've done the best I can to inform you on different perspectives and find out about Prop 36, but at the end of the day, you should be formulating your own opinion on shoplifting. I was just here to guide you on this journey. Shoplifting is a complex issue, and I can't cover all aspects and perspectives on it. If I helped inform you on shoplifting even just a little bit, then I did my job. This was How to Shoplift.